You mentioned that you grew up in a Christian home, but that you felt like you really didn't know God. You really didn't know Jesus. Was there a time when you realized that you were going through the motions? And what was that moment like?
You know, it was probably not until I got a lot older did I realize that. When I was a kid, I was always very tender. I never could lie to my parents because, quite honestly, I was afraid of something bad happening to me if I did, you know. My impression of God, not through any fault of my parents, but it was because being raised as a pastor's kid, he always had ministers coming in. We were at conferences, different things. So I would had like this whole melting pot of input into my life, and a lot of it was very fear-based. And so basically, as a kid, I kind of viewed God as Him waiting for me to mess up, and then He was going to just unleash. You know, He had like some big stick sitting by the throne, and when something happened, when I lied or when I got off base, I was going to get whacked. Which, when I think back now, it kind of seems I was a pretty arrogant kid to think that God based everything on my performance and how I lived. But as a child, everything was fear-based. So, in a sense, I went through emotions. Every decision and choice I made was made in that bed of fear. Like, okay, I won't do this because if I do, then this may happen. Everything, I associated every reaction from my life just through a negative lens. And so coming up as a kid, you know, I didn't know I was playing a part. I thought that was what I was supposed to do.